Hi, my name's Matt. Welcome to our Juicy Stakes poker video review. In this review, I'm going to be showing you Juicy Stakes games and software, their promotions, and deposit methods. The goal of this video review is to help you to decide whether or not Juicy Stakes is the right room for you. Before I get into the games and software, I just wanted to tell you that Juicy Stakes does accept US players, and in fact they accept players from all 50 states. So it doesn't matter if you live in New York, Maryland, Utah, Washington State, you'll be able to sign up for a real money account at Juicy Stakes. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and move into the games and software. Alright, so here we are in Juicy Stakes lobby. To get to this point, you'll need to visit Juicy Stakes using one of the links on our page, create an account, download the software, and then log in, and then you'll be where I'm at now. What I'm going to be doing in this section of the video is showing you the different games that you can play at Juicy Stakes, the different stakes that are available, and then I'm going to open up a table and show you what the games and software looks like. So to get started, I'm going to go ahead and go to the real money section, and I'm just going to go down the list here. Over to the left, you'll see we have a quick seat, ring games, tournaments, and sit and go. And starting with quick seat, what this is a well, just how it sounds. It's a quick seating tool. You're going to choose whether or not you want to play a ring game or a sit and go, the limit and buy-in that you're willing to commit to, and they're going to find you a game quickly. And the idea is to get you to a game and seated quickly so that you don't have to spend a lot of time browsing the games in the ring game lobby. I like this a little bit just because it is fast, and you do get seated quickly and you can start playing right away. I don't like it because there's only 6 options, and you have like a $2 max buy-in, $3 max buy-in, $5 max buy-in for the sit and goes. Well, what if you wanted to play higher? The other thing I didn't really care for was that they're going to seat you in a sit and go, a single table sit and go with what it sounds like is like a 9 max or a 10-handed table. But what if you wanted to play heads up or 6 max or a multi-table sit and go? This doesn't really appeal to those players. And the same thing applies for the ring game in a sense. What if you wanted to play a higher buy-in? What if you wanted to play a specific ring game? Whether it's heads up, 6 max, maybe a deep stack, and so on. I think what they could probably do better is actually set up a filter system where you put in the game that you want to play, maybe a range for a buy-in that you're willing to put up to sit down, and variations and so on, and that would probably work out better. But this might appeal to some people. So that's the quick seat section. In the next section, let's go ahead and look at ring games. Now what we have here are stakes ranging from 2 cent, 4 cent, all the way up to 500 and 1,000. I think the limits are a little high given that they have, actually I saw the number here, it looks like about 3,700 players. Of course it is in the middle of the afternoon during a weekday, so it's not going to have as much traffic as you might see in the evenings during peak hours. However, during peak hours, I just don't see the regular working guy being able to sit down at a $500, $1,000 table. So I think these stakes are kind of redundant. I don't think they need to have them. But scrolling down, you'll see that there are some players sitting at the 25-50 tables. They're just waiting for some action. And that looks like the majority of the action all the way down to the $8 and $16 level. By the time we get to the $5 and $10 level, we do have some tables with games running, not quite full. And as we move further down, looks like we have some games around the 1-2 level and 50 cent $1. And then, of course, the micro stakes. So there is some action, especially if you're a micro stakes player. You'll find some tables here. And that was, oh, that's for everything. So that's all the games. They cover, Juicy Stake covers Texas Hold'em, Omaha, Omaha High-Low, and they cover all the different limits. So let's see here if there's anything different. 2 cent, 4 cent, all the way up to 500, 1,000 for Hold'em. 2 cent, 4 cent, up to 300, 600 for Omaha. And 2 cent, 4 cent, up to 3060 for Omaha High-Low. So that covers the ring games. Let's go ahead and take a look at the tournaments. Tournaments, buy-ins range from free rolls and ticket tournaments to, looks like a 5 cent with 5 cent fee tournament with a rebuy, and this goes all the way up to a 500 plus $30 fee 70K guaranteed tournament. And as you can see here, we scroll down, lots of guaranteed tournaments here at Juicy Stakes. 15,000 guaranteed, $7,500 guaranteed, $5,000 guaranteed, 4,000, 100K guaranteed, Pro Elite Bounty. So a lot of different types of tournaments here, and a wide range of buy-ins. It looks like they have satellites, so you know, if you can't afford a $100 buy-in, maybe you can buy in for $20 instead and win a seat. It's a great way to get started. And they have lots of tournaments, and a lot of these are in fact for today. So a lot of these guaranteed tournaments are running today, so they probably run daily. So you have a lot of options there. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at sit and goes. Now for the sit and goes, we have buy-ins ranging from their chips to, looks like 58 cents for satellites, 75 cents for hyper turbos. It looks like they have their dollar coin flip tournaments where basically you just buy in and flip, and it's kind of a winner take all sort of deal. And the max buy-in is $5,500 plus a $70 fee, and that's for a turbo heads up. And let's see what the most expensive non-heads up is. It looks like $1,800, about $1,900 when you include the fee for a 6 max turbo no limit hold'em. And let's see if we have any games going. So it looks like there's some players seated, but I don't see a whole lot of games running just yet. Looks like we have a heads up there running at the $100 level. Looks like plenty of heads up games running, or I shouldn't say plenty, but quite a few heads up games. We have some tournaments starting to fill up, or excuse me, sit and go starting to fill up around the $15 level. And let's see if these games get any busier at the micro stakes. Looks like a little bit, around the $2. Juicy Stakes probably isn't the best site for sit and goes unless you're using it just to kind of maybe take up time, or you're kind of playing them in between, your cash games or something, along those lines. Doesn't look like a whole lot of action. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and finish up this section. I'm going to by opening up a table real quick and just showing you what the software looks like. So they are, Juicy Stakes is on the Revolution Network, which used to be Cake Poker, and so that's the type of software they use. And it looks like it's been modified a little bit. This is a much cleaner looking interface than I've seen before on the Cake Network. I really like how the tables look, how the background looks, and how the cards and the players are more or less the focus than the graphics. Let's go ahead and cover a couple of features here real quick. One feature that's I think different from other sites is the fact that you can go up here to the Table Plus and quickly add more of the same game that you're playing now. So if you're playing a $6 sit and go, you can go up here and quickly register for another $6 sit and go. And I like that because it keeps you from having to go back into the lobby and register manually for it while fighting the tables that are popping up waiting for you to act. If you haven't experienced that before, it's kind of annoying. So that helps prevent that. You're also able to set up your tables in different ways: 4 corners, tiling, or cascading. You can take notes on the players. You can access the casino and blackjack tables as well. take notes, chat, pretty much everything that you can do at other poker sites. So pretty standard stuff. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the game and software section here. In the next section, I'm going to walk you through some of Juicy Stakes promotions. So the next thing I'd like to show you is Juicy Stakes promotions, and to do that we're going to visit the promotions page. And on this page you'll see a laundry list of different promotions. Now there are a couple that I'd like to highlight. The first being the 200% welcome bonus. The welcome bonus is for all new players who have yet to make their first real money deposit. And this bonus, like I said, is a 200% match. So what that means for you is that for every dollar that you deposit, Juicy Stakes will give you $2 in return. So if you make a $100 deposit, they're going to give you $200 back for a total bankroll of $300. And the maximum that you can receive is $2,000. So if you deposit $1,000, they'll give you the maximum of $2,000, and you'll have a total bankroll of $3,000. Now to earn your bonus, you're going to have to play real money games and earn points. And you're going to earn your bonus in $10 increments. And you can see how you earn points here. For ring games, for every dollar in rake, you will earn 1 frequent player point for ring games. And then for tournaments, every dollar that you pay in fees, you'll receive 7 points. And they will tell you in the back end how close you are and how many points it takes to earn every $10 of your bonus. And you'll continue doing that until you complete your entire bonus or until 90 days is up. They have a 90-day expiration. So you'll want to make sure that you deposit an amount you think you can earn in that time frame. Otherwise, you'll risk forfeiting whatever you don't finish. So that's probably the best promotion, especially for new players looking for a new site to sign up to. Let's go ahead and find a couple more to tell you about. Being as they were on the Cake network, of course they're on the Revolution network, but they kept the same promotion, which is their Turbo Gold cards, and they also have the chips. And they give out cards and chips at real money tables. I believe the chips are on a consistent basis. In other words, you play so much and they award you with gold chips, which you can use to buy into tournaments. The gold cards are usually a random prize that they give to a random person just for playing. And those can be collected and traded in for different prizes. Now the 100K guarantee, they run every Sunday. They also have a $500 new depositor free roll. So that's a great way to get your bankroll started, especially if you're a micro stakes player and you're only able to deposit maybe $20 or $50. That can be a great way to earn some money. And last, I'd like to point out that they have $12 million in monthly guarantees. So in the last section you saw that I pointed out they have a lot of daily guarantees running, and that's how they come up with that $1,200 or $12 million, excuse me. They run lots of guaranteed tournaments on a daily basis. So check those promotions out. I think you're gonna find a lot of value in them. In the last section of our video coming up, I'm going to show you all the deposit methods that you can use to fund your Juicy Stakes account. Alright, so in this final section of our video review of Juicy Stakes, I'm going to cover their deposit methods, the methods that you can use to fund your account. To see the different options that they have available, just visit Juicy Stakes and go to Cashier. And scroll down and you're going to see a lot of options. Now one thing you want to keep in mind, especially if depending if you're in the US or outside of the US, some options may or may not be available to you, just depending on where you live. So for example, Visa and MasterCard is going to be available worldwide, or at least for the majority of countries. However, NetTeller is not going to be available to people in the US. So you're going to want to make sure you go through and keep that in mind as you find, as you look for different methods that you can use to fund your account. You'll also notice that they let you know whether or not you can use it for deposit and withdrawals. So Visa, MasterCard, you can use deposit, but you can't use it for a withdrawal. And they'll also let you know if there are any fees. And I don't believe that they do the last time I've checked. But you'll want to double check just in case, so you're not hit with a surprise fee of any kind. But as you can see here, they have tons of options: NetTeller, Skrill, Click and Buy, Ucash, Eco, PaySafeCard. Looks like Solo, Ideal, and lots of smaller country-focused types of options here. So give that a look. I'm sure you're going to find something that you can use to fund your account regardless of where you're located. That's going to wrap it up for our Juicy Stakes video review. I definitely recommend giving them a look, especially if you're in the US. You'll be able to play poker, casino games. They accept players from all 50 states, and they got a variety of deposit options. So I think they're definitely worth a look. So thanks again for watching. This is Matt signing off.